Hey Frontline fans, welcome back to Comic Frontline fans. You're back with me, Mike Spider Slayer, getting ready to do Spidey Classics Volume 2, Episode number 5. That's right, guys. And last week at the comic book store, I wound up picking up issue number 125 of Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man. And I thought this was a pretty cool issue to pick up because it had to deal with Julia Carpenter. And she is a character that we have not seen in a long time. I think the last time we saw her was right before Spider-Verse, and we have not seen her in the all different Marvel. We haven't had mention of her. I mean, she is the new Madam Web, and she's been completely forgotten in this universe. So I kind of want to play tribute here to the character and remember her old glory days. I loved her. I thought, she, of course, is like the early version of Jessica Drew in the Ultimate Universe. I love the costume of the black and white, and I thought it always made sense that she didn't wear an actual mask that covered her head because she had such long hair, and I thought that was very practical. And of course, Spider-Man himself actually copied the black costume from her when he got his symbiotic suit. Because he saw that for the first time and thought it looked pretty cool. Now, if you weren't familiar with Julia Carpenter, she actually got her powers from an athletic experiment where people accidentally gave her this injection and it gave her these spider powers. And she made her first appearance in Secret Wars issue number 6. So that's a little back history of her. So this book is called Wreaking Havoc. And Wrecking Havoc, sorry, as it has to do with the Wrecking Crew. And this book is written by Danny Fingerworth and Jim Mooney. And so when you look at the artwork, it's very traditional, like Spider-Man books. You got J. Jonah in here. He looks very well done. And Julia Spider-Woman, who is the second Spider-Woman at the time, she looks really nice as well. Again, love seeing her in that type of costume. The Wrecking Crew is in here as well. They look pretty cool. There's a lot of dialogue and a lot of paneling in this book. So if for whatever reason, if you do read this book, you better be ready to read because there's a lot of stuff going on in here. And actually, Heathcliff makes his appearance in here as well. So I thought that was pretty cool as well. But yeah, be prepared to read as there's a lot of stuff going on in this book. So what was the story about this time? All right, so as always, Peter is actually getting photos for J. Jonah. And he's like, who is this Spider-Woman that's wreaking havoc right now? He's like, what is this, Spider-Man's girlfriend? He's nothing but a bad influence on her. You need to get pictures of her, Peter. You need to do it now. And he's like, okay, well, you can give me cash or you can, like, give me something to eat. We could go out to lunch. He said, get out of here. You eat lunch on your own time there, you fool. And so it's just so funny. And so what happens is you wind up seeing Julia in her. She winds up trying to find this disc. And she's getting this bad rap that she is this this criminal. And really what she's doing is she's trying to I guess, get this disc so she can be relieved of her crime, so she can spend time with her daughter. Her daughter's been taken away and whatnot. So in the meantime, we also get to see that the Wrecking Crew is after this same disc, coincidentally. And so what happens is throughout the entire issue, you wind up seeing Julia and the Wrecking Crew wind up doing this battle really through the entire issue of fighting over this disc. And we get to see that the Wrecking Crew is not in such great relationships at the time. There looks like there's going to be a traitor on the team. We also get to learn how Julia's life is when she's newly Spider-Woman formed. She's trying to find that balance between her life, between taking care of her daughter and her family and whatnot. You get to see the back history of her appearance in Secret Wars as well, and the teams that she's been affiliated with and why she's in the position that she's in today. And so as the story progresses, you wind up seeing the Wrecker and Julia. They wind up fighting over this disc at the end. And we wind up finding out that Spider-Man finds out that this is not a bad person after all, and she's doing it for the better good of her family. He winds up finding out who she is. She winds up getting unmasked and everything. So I thought it was really cool. And at the end, the disc was destroyed anyway, so no one got anything. But it was a good book. So what did I think of it? I thought it was good. I thought it was a little lengthy for what it was. The battle was like throughout the entire issue, and it was like over explained, but that's how comics were back in the 80s. This was made in 1987. This If you're a Julia Carpenter fan and you want to learn a little bit more about her back history, this is the book for you. If you're looking for a lot of Spider-Man in here and a lot of Peter or Mary Jane or any of his supporting characters, you're going to be kind of disappointed. The only other supporting character there was in there was really J. Jonah, and he really shined in the book. He, in my opinion, was probably one of the best characters. At times, Julia felt like, okay, enough of the back history. Let's just get with the current story. But she's fairly new in the Marvel Universe at this point, so you need to learn about her. So I felt that it was necessary. Again, a lot of dialogue, and that's not how today's comics really are. So that's pretty much my only downfall. They just over-explained every single detail in this book. But it still was an interesting book, and I got to give it a 3.75 out of 5 stars. In the end, I would really like to see more Julia Carpenter going into the Marvel Now universe, since she's been completely disappeared from Spider-Man's life, along with a lot of his other supporting cast characters, but as of late, they have made a return. So will Madam Web or Julia Carpenter make her return? I don't know. It's yet to be determined. So, guys, leave me in the comments below what you thought of Spider-Man issue 125. Will you be looking for this in your collection? Are you a fan of Julia Carpenter? And fans, hopefully you enjoyed episode 5 of Spidey Classics Volume 2. And until the next comic book review, this is Mike Spider Slayer signing off. And thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Bye.